So, Nimjo, you read my book, The Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. And inside there actually is a detailed process of learning the 613-3, right? You know, it's about, I'll say that 500 copy at least of this Basic Wing Chun Art and Science been sold since it come up 7 years ago. 500 copy, there's a lot of them, right? And so the issue right now is not too many people learn what is inside there for the 613-3. Okay. Now, as these few days after I share on the 613-3s, you know, you watched that the last videos and everything. It is a very important basic. Disregard of you study Wing Chun or any Chinese Kung Fu or Qi Gong or Chinese culture, meditation, whatever. You need to go through that. Now, however, it seems that people not be able to learn, even everything is put in front of them in the book, very thin book. There's a reason why it is thin, so that people be able to learn the essence of it. Now, if people meet me, they can learn the entire thing in 12 hours. Okay. Not every word's in the books, but you got the experience of the 6 core element and 13 state in 12 hours. I used to teach in my home. And, it is only for those who really have their mind want to learn. They can learn it in 12 hours, not 12 days, not 12 months, not 12 years. Okay, no, I'm not 12 lifetime, okay? Now, the thing, the content is like in the book. And so today I want, you know, since you read the book too, and you're trying to study within it and so forth. So I want to make this a really realistic for everybody who have my book, at least 500 of them out there. Why wasting the money, you know? And actually I'm reducing price since beginning because I was thinking, oh yeah, I know. If more people got it, more people will learn. But it turns out that more people got it, but nobody's learned. You know, you can see that. Now, so let me know what do you learn from that book? How far have you gone so far?
Sure. So I bought the book 2 years ago, okay? And so when I first got the book, I read it from beginning to end, bam, 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 and really interesting. Everything like, oh, so much information, right? At the beginning, because it's a thin book, but there's a lot of information there, a lot of information. And then I went back and started to use it as a reference point for everything that I was doing in all my training. Okay, so for me, the first 4 core elements were the first 3 core elements had for me was work in itself. It took a long time to get to know my body, what was going on, to change the way I was doing things, and even then, it really didn't hit home until I was able to measure it. Okay. And that was the turning point where I go back again to the book and start practicing again the things that I've been doing to see Are you doing it right? Are you not doing it right? What are you doing wrong? So for me, the Basic Wing Chun Art and Science books, a reference book to complement whatever I'm doing in training. And if I'm not doing something, if the training is not good, then it is also a reference point which can tell me that you're doing something wrong. That's not how you should be doing it, right? So for me to go back constantly, that's why for me the book is really, really useful. Okay, I don't have a physical teacher to put me on an intensive course, right, where I go through the 6 core elements, but to have that and to be able to measure it and to be able to go through what I'm doing and change things I'm doing, like your Yijikamima stance, first of all, the first thing, the way you're breathing, your loose body, okay, for the physical body. It took me a long time to be aware of where I was holding tension in the body, right? It's not an automatic thing. Maybe I can study the book in 12 hours, but it might take me 12 weeks till I really get a handling on my feet, my ankles, my knees, my lower back, my upper back, my elbows, my wrists, you know, and my jaw. And so for me, that's how the learning process is and how it has been. So it's a constant point of reference to come back and look, and because you forget things, right? You can't remember everything in the book. Well, I can't. My memory is not so good, but I can't, like, especially the last 2 core elements. There's a lot of information there. So yeah. That's my experience with it, and my continuing experience with the book.
That's exactly doing it wrong. That's exactly why you guys spending a lot of time and you guys still don't get it. The reason is because everybody think they use that as a reference, but that book is not used as a reference. That book is saying that you just follow, you close everything on your whatever thinking and so forth. Just follow the books, taking 1 week, taking 2 weeks, finish it, do whatever exercise within it, and then you reborn, and then you see what happened. But if you're keeping reference back and forth, you will not know what happened because you have never proficient in any of them. Okay. So like yesterday, I shared on the video, everybody watching the video, but they're asking me questions. And right away, I know that you never really go through it step by steps. It's like a programming, okay? Mm-hmm. It's like programming. You go through it, you take yourself like a machine, and the book is the program. You just hammer the thing in, and then it like following what the book said, and that's it. And after you follow it once, because everything there's some verifications, every say you have to do this, do this, do this, do this. Then your body and your mind know. However, if you just taking it as a reference, that is just a mind job. Now you got a problem. It's just like if I'm trying to learn English, I got a dictionary, I have a grammar books here, and it takes maybe 300 years. But if you just bring him to America and you put him in somewhere, you know, like they have to speak to people and asking, even using hand gesture, 3 weeks, you know how to speak at least the basic. Otherwise, you can have all the dictionary and all these things, nobody know what it is. So the reason why is majority of people is problem is because they don't go through it. And of course, when I teach, like, you know, a long time ago when I teach, say, 12 hours, 3 days, people come every day, 2 elements, 2 hours. I make them drill and then complete it. You read the book, you know what the heck is this. And like people like Daniel and so forth, since they're asking for for coaching, then I go through with them with the class, like ask them to do homework for, this is more in details because I need to check them, but somebody can do it in a month, somebody can need to do it in 3 months, some never not be able to do it. But so why is people not be able to do it? Because people do not be able to follow instructions. Just playing computer, but they cannot do it. So now you know that how bad is the habit of today's learning things. The second thing is people not really serious wanting it. For those who wanting it, if they are not working, 1 month. If they are working, busy schedule, they still spend about 2 hours every day, When you go through 3 months, you're fluent with it. For the 12 hours, you have all the taste, but you are not that fluent yet, okay? But for the 3 months of 2 months is going fluent now. But the most important thing is that you have taste for every step of that, okay? If you don't go through it, every step of that, you don't see the all 6 core element picture yet. It's not seeing, it's experience what it is. You really won't see the big picture. Okay, so that's why I want to share with you. I want you to be here because then you can ask me questions on how you think that, because everybody is the same, right?
Yeah. For me, I didn't want to fall into the trap of thinking you're doing something correctly when you're actually not doing something correctly. Okay, so it took me a while before I got the Garmin. It took me a year after I got the book, right? So you might think you're doing it right, but for me,
that
there was a verification.
The problem. See, Garmin won't tell you much. Garmin won't tell you much. Like, for example, how to open your joints.
That's true.
See, that's the first thing. How to open your joint, Garmin cannot tell you. And I bet you cannot open your joint. Because you just don't follow that. You just don't follow that one paragraph.
I mean, I do follow it, Henrik. I do follow it, and I'm pretty religious about it and fundamental about it.
Now, following means you do it again and then again, like the N1. See, for example, the N1, right? For example, N1, until you got into issue, you are following, you're learning, but you don't get into it. But once you follow it, you get into there is a so big deal about this rest stuff, the N1 stuff, right? So the thing is that's why in ancient Chinese it's very difficult to learn Kung Fu is like this. It literally mean that you just drop whatever you're thinking, you just follow whatever the instruction. If you follow the instruction, then you'll get it right away. But as soon as you have your mind have something, okay. So for example, there are 6 core elements there. Now, the first core element is very simple. You're aware of it. You unwrap your body, open up your body, for example. How difficult is to open the unwrap, open the joint? How difficult?
It's not difficult.
How to do it? How to do it?
Well, the first way I did it was lying down and then working through each joint, moving first of all to be aware of your feet, to be aware of your ankles. And so you get to the open state. So you go through.
Wait a minute. Open state. You jump step now. How to open it now? How
to get to the loose? Get to the loose state.
Now,
I made a mistake.
How to get it loose?
The way I was doing it, I was moving each joint. Okay, separately
just
first.
Awareness. See, those are just awareness. Go back and read the book. How is how is it cause it to open?
You're getting rid of any unnecessary tension in the joints and
No,
being aware of it, right?
no, because you are still using your mind. You know, I'm not picking at you, but I know I just want to
It's
share with
okay.
you.
You can
So
pick what you want.
I want you to learn this, right?
Mm.
How to, let me grab the book, okay? So it's here. So in page 19, it said open. There's the open, you know, after the aware. It's just saying this. After completing the above aware exercise, continue with lying down comfortably and quietly on bed and stay in the positions for 5 to 10 minutes without moving any parts of your body.
And feel how the body unwraps itself.
So have you do that?
Yeah, I did it.
Does
Maybe
it,
I didn't explain it. I didn't explain it properly,
okay,
but I did it.
This is unwrap.
Yeah, it unwraps. It unwraps, and as it's unwrapping, actually, I notice different pains that I have that maybe I wasn't aware before.
Okay, so this is unwrap. And after this unwrap, meaning that every time you place your lim tao, you stand in there, you have to wait that time to unwrap. It's not like you're just eating something without chewing. You know, people today doing Xiu Lim Tao is like eating something without chewing. You don't wait for your body to ready. So just now when I said, we are losing, but I know your mind is thinking something. And as what I read with you, this is I tell you, it's just that. You stay there until it unwraps. What do you need to do anyway? You don't have to do, you just have to be patient and wait. Now, so you get this? Now, if you don't always go through that, how can you go up there? You can. The same thing with the N1 process. Remember, I said that just go, you know, let the body melt away. What is it? That is waiting for it to function, to naturally unintertwine itself, unwrap itself. But today's Wing Chun is not like that. I want to be this. I want to be this. I want to be this. What the heck are you doing? Your mind cannot control your 6 core elements. Your mind is just one of the core elements. And in fact, it's not one of the core elements. It's just only a function in the mind element. It's called thinking. People today is just thinking. Right? So if you never go through that again and again, that's why people who take my class get like Daniel and so forth, me bang at them every day. It's just go again, go back, doing. Then they say, oh, this is natural. Unwrap is natural. So why should I learn that? Do I have to learn it? Baby know how to unwrap it when it goes sleep. Now, when you don't unwrap it, you're thinking you know, or you feel that it hurts and everything. Well, when it feels hurts or anything, it's still not unwrapped. You want to unwrap. If you unwrap, that means in one way, instead of we want to jump to the chi, unwrap meaning that the chi will flow. When it's pain, meaning that the chi is not flow. So right now is the easiest way. You lay on the bed, what the heck you do? You don't have to do anything. You just let the natural do it for you. But people don't do that. Not to blame you, okay? I just not to blame
No.
everybody. I just say that human is already changed into whatever, you know, they're thinking something else. Okay, so you want to unwrap. And once you unwrap, at every moment, when you practice Xiu Lim Tao, for example, you have to unwrap. You don't say, why I unwrap? And then you practice Xiu Lim Tao doing this way. If you're still doing this, I know your body never unwrap. Because you're unconscious.
I don't do that.
Yeah. So it is this. And so the entire hand, when the training have a really in-depth, the entire thing is moving. So you condition it, so it become unwrapped. But that is not the end of it. You have to go on the other state of linking. And there's people during do unwrap and then go linking, you know, just pay attention to that simple thing. Most who buy the book doesn't. I know them when they talk. So they thought here, oh, I know how, know this step, I know this step. But you have never conditioned your body to that state yet. That's a problem. If you never condition your body to that state, you will not know what it is. So the entire fundamental is there. You want to, it is so-called, is Wing Chun because this is based on the 1850s Wing Chun writing. But it is actually what? It is actually the entire basis of the Chinese Kung Fu, Chinese Qigong, Chinese medicines. It's here. So I spent about 30-something years just to compile this up so that it's easy for everybody to really learn it. You know, if you just follow it, just learn it. So see, without that kind of learning, you don't know your body. If your body is not unwrapped, you go play Xiu Lim Tao. What are you playing? Right? Like, for example, you do this, right? How do you do it? How do you do it? Your Fok Sao, your Xiu Lim Tao that way. How do you do it?
With the Gong Sao.
Yeah. How do you do it?
The way that
how do you do it? How do you do it? Show me there.
From Wu Sao drops to Fok.
Okay, stop. Okay. Go back and do come out Gong Sao. Gong Sao.
From here?
Yeah. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay. Your wrist is like that. The wrist is supposed like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not like this. Supposed like that.
Okay.
You see the difference?
Yeah, I see it.
You see the difference?
Sure.
It's supposed to be like that, a little bit like that. You go, now do it again, do it again. So the entire world know what the heck I'm talking about. Otherwise, they're thinking I'm dreaming or what.
Okay.
Okay, so do it. And versus this one, yeah.
You want me to do that one?
Do the first thing you do, the first time you do, yeah. and then do the one I show you how to do. See what's the difference? What's the difference?
Yeah, you notice this part here more. This part of the forearm.
How is your wrist?
Lighter.
How is your hand, your fingers?
Lighter.
When you do this, what happened to your finger?
They droop down. They feel heavier.
It's like your hand and your arm is dislocated. Try it again. See, is that true?
Okay.
Like this, break into two pieces.
More than I just feels that it's hanging off the end, you know?
Like this is dislocated. But if you do this, you do the one I show you. The entire thing is one piece.
Mm-hmm.
So this is two pieces. When is that true? There is like two pieces. Try.
Yeah. That's how it felt. Yeah, it felt like two pieces.
You hang it right now. You want to talk advanced? How is your chi going to flow when you have a two piece there? You want to talk more advanced, force flow? How is your force flow is going to flow from your arm to your fingertip? You say Wing Chun is the finger art. How are you going to flow? Wing Chun is a hand art. You do this, you do this. How are you going to flow? So again, unwrap. This is not unwrap. This is not unwrap. This is unwrap. Once you know unwrap, it's just so simple. You get a baby, he will not doing this way, he will do this way. And also you can get into more details. You see my finger is changing now. I'm not like just doing this is that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just this simple. You do this, when people grab your hand, the Kamna techniques.
Mm-hmm. Break your wrist. Yeah.
This one I can link to him right away. He grabbed my hand, I link to him right away. Because this is one piece. It is the force flow which is shooting out. So it's just that it looked like it's no strength at all. Because this is like an open pipe. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go back to the number second. Number first one in the first core element. Do you aware of your hand? If you're aware of your hand hanging down there, you say, why is those hang like a dead hand? I put the dead hand there. Or why is I tensing this part and then this feel dislocate? Aware meaning I don't want to do it. And then if I don't want to do it, I want it to open up smoothly, then I unwrap this part. So what are you doing in Julian Power? Your job is to train that every day, unwrap it every day, feeling it every day, until at any time you touch, that's only where you can sense thinking. If you don't even sense yourself, say, well, come on, this is not aware of it, not this is breaking, and then this is hanging there. How the world I'm going to sense anything? So until you know this, when people touch you, you sense. Not until this state, you cannot talk force flow. You cannot talk chi. Because you don't know. So everybody practice Yu Lim Tao. Do I practice Yu Lim Tao? Yeah, I practice Yu Lim Tao every day. Those guys who know all this thing, well, their kung fu get better and better, advance and advance, because every time is the drill to refine it. To refine so that the like in one of my class, in the force flow class, I asked people to get a suck. I don't have a suck here. So it's like a suck, okay? This is still too heavy. It's like a get a toilet paper or anything, suck, to move it around so that you know that when you move your suck, any joint stuck there, you know. Then you play forceful, fudging. Otherwise, I don't even know how is my hand move. In other words, that my transmission line is not clean.
Is from this to this, which is such a small difference, okay? Like in terms of movement. That's what I'm saying. Is the book is thin, but it's deep, like it's
See, it's not that deep if you really proficient with unwrapping.
Okay.
Or awareness. The first step is aware. The third step is linking, right?
Sure.
So get my book again. So after open, it is link. Sir, this is not link, man. Right? And then after link is called light. That's why everything is one. You're aware, you open it up, you link the entire thing at one piece, and it's lightweight, following the breathing and so forth later. But your physical right now is lightweight. When you do this, you cannot be lightweight. Try it, see?
No, sure.
When you do this, you cannot do lightweight. For this one, I can do lightweight and I can do heavyweight. So it's like the secret document is all here, but analogy is like I give you a credit card. I give you a credit card. I say go to a bank and you cash money. You take the credit card, you go to a bank, in front the bank, you look inside the bank from the walls glass, and then you put the credit card back and you go home. You say, this is good stuff. I know this is credit card. Okay. Well, I mean, the credit card is for you to get inside there and to get money.
Sure. I think what happens a lot of the time is that, in the first element, when we're talking about physical body, people that have been doing other kind of Siu Lim Tao, not 1815 Siu Lim Tao or S21 or anything like that, they got too much tension, right? So it's a lot of this Fuxao, you see this Fuxao, which is the other extreme. So, so you try to find, how it's supposed to be. Sometimes it's not that easy. You go too far in the wrong direction.
It is not difficult. The issue is the mind-brain programmed thinking that this is the proper way. And so that's why back to in the beginning. If you think there's a proper way and you use this book as a reference, you drop that. You never learn this. Because no matter what, your mind is still thinking this is right. So you don't want to do it. You want to know what is your body. This is descriptions of your body.
Mm-hmm.
So once you know your body, you following the body. No longer this grandmaster say this grandmaster do that. And you can do anything you like, claim it at any grandmaster, whatever chi or whatever taiji, whatever you like. But wait a minute. Just look at your hand. I know that you don't have that. Because you are, it's very basic. Aware, open,
Linked and
link,
light.
and light. Well, how far can you go? You're not aware of it right away. No. You just mimic something. You're not aware of what you're mimicking. If you're really aware, when you get up to momentum, you know your core. You know right away, how come my core is something screwy? Or even at the breathing level, you know that already. Something is my body, because you feel the breathing, you feel the intra-abdominal pressure. So today's Wing Chun is shoulder down is like a rod. Shoulder down is like a rod. And they're using Wing Chun today is using the shoulder strength. And then have somebody have this belief on this, the elbow power. You don't have strength. You just like a rod with the shoulder strength, and then some will get this so-called elbow strength. That's what it turned to be. That's why when you have this kind of thing, when you meet a jiu-jitsu player or wrestler, you dead. Why? Because under your shoulder is all a rod up for people's grabbing. So you look at like Xi Xiaodong with the Ding Hao. Look at that fight. When Xi Xiaodong gets so close and wrap around, Ding Hao can do nothing. So the bottom line is, it is the education. That's why I said 130 years is a tragic. And if you still don't correct it, you know it is no longer exists. So it's very simple, right? Aware, unwrap, link, and then lightweight. Well, this is not dance. People sometimes doing Chinese dance, they thought that this is like in the movie, right? You want to show that you are deep. You speak in the deep way. And then you perform like, you see, I can use my force to do it. But if you look at the joint, how they handle, you know it's awkward. Or it's just waving like that. Doesn't join. Like Donnie Yen playing Xiu Lim Tao. Come on. So you want Fa Jing? You want to use the whip hand? You know, this is whip hand. It's not Fat Sao, it's whip hand. It's whip hand. Smack the hand, this entire thing is like whip. Joint by joint, whip out. And you want the Biuji, the entire thing turn into like a spear. You have to, like a transformer, like the transformer toys, you have to transform right away.
Sure.
But if you don't get the basic of the aware, open, link, what can you do? What are you doing? So Xiu Lim Tao is this serious now. What are you doing?
Obviously, we're not doing something correctly. So.
See, it is not about who is right, who is wrong. It's about, do you know how to use your body? It is not about my lineage, whose lineage, or I'm the, these days people like to say about the oldest lineage and this lineage and that lineage. I care less about all this. Let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about body. Do you handle your body, using your body properly? That's how serious. So right, the bottom line is the human. The bottom line is your body. Let's not even talk about the chi, the secret grandmaster, that is the ancient and all those kind of teaching. We don't talk about that. We just take that away. Let's do it in an American way, going up front, direct. Do you know how to handle your body? You look at those who practice jiu-jitsu. How is their body? Intertwined, sparring, and all those kind of things. How can your body facing those type of body? You look at the Tai Chi guy, they just doing the same pattern like a dance again. That's why when you met people in the jiu-jitsu or judoka, they cannot do it. So Chinese Kung Fu is this I should say sad or tragic today. But people do not want to acknowledge it. So that's why when Canton Wushu Association in China make up that Xiu Lim Tao set, I complained the hell out of it. You just look at those guys who do it, who what is just doing all those kind of things, and it's just one simple thing. Look at you. You don't have the Kung Fu. So create what? So everything you need to know is here, the basic. Until you get this, in the ancient, if you want to relate it to the movie, it's like you get the secret scroll, and then you go to the cave. You spend 1 year in the cave. Okay, and then after 1 year you come out, you're totally different. That's what you need to do.
Only 1 year, not 2.
This one, you just spend 3 months.
Okay.
You just spend 3 months. So today you get so many lineage different Xiu Lim Tao. So am I trying to ask everybody to do the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao? Of course not. You master this basic. You play your Xiu Lim Tao, whatever lineage. When it is not accord to your body, you know it's time to change that thing. And after you change it, it's still your lineage. It's not Hendrik's lineage. I never monopolize you, and I'm not interested to that. I want every lineage to be good. So I give you the engine, you have the engine, you run it. Whoever designed that thing, if that thing is screwed up, it doesn't work, then you know, oh, this is not according to the human body. So God change it, correct it. That's all. So it's not like, hey, your lineage is all wrong. You have to come to study my lineage. Or I have the oldest Wing Chun. So that's why when I see people who say, oh, they claim this is the oldest and this and that. A year ago, when people show me they found there's the oldest Wing Chun, and I said, you are not doing Wing Chun, you're doing Ngo Zhou. Okay? You're doing Wu Zu Quan, that's not Wing Chun. Don't BS me. Then you get to, you are just very, how to say that, opinionated. I said, no, I just read your body. I just scan your body. I'm a design engineer. I'm not interested on any lineage or any orders. You just scan the body and you know that because you can check the pattern recognitions. And if you don't believe that, let's get into breathing. How is your intra-abdominal pressure handling in Wu Zu Quan, Ngo Zhou, Wide Crane, and Wing Chun? Do you know the type of the design? Do you know the type of the design of Mei Shi Zhuang? It's not Wide Crane, not Wu Zu, not Tai Chi. So I have 6 core elements there. It's like your DNA. At every element, I can scan your pattern. And that's why I say it's just very simple. I just program this in AI. Someday, maybe it will work that way. Seriously, right, Nim Jo? Get this into AI. Let AI train you. For example, your N1, Garmin is practically training you, right? You follow the instruction and then the Garmin give you the feedback. I programmed this in AI and get the artificial intelligence to coach you. 3 months or less than that, okay? And then your pattern is there.
It's a good idea.
That's how far the technology I'm in. Yeah, recently there is just a new AI company, virtual reality. If you read about it, there's about Wing Chun and so forth. I'm contributing to that part. So yes, this is an AI. The N1 and so forth. This is an AI already. Okay.
Cool.
Virtual reality. So you know the DNA of the thing, the pattern of the thing. So when it's like playing detective. Took the sample of each core element, you piece it up, you see what it is. And that's why sometimes people hate me, not hating me, friends joking at me saying, Hendrik, you're just Darth Vaders. Yes, I said, turn in the dark side. So are you a real Jedi or not? I can scan you and I can send my clone out. Okay. I can send a clone out to say that, are you really from the Jedi or you are fake Jedi, okay? Well, so, you know, of course, you know, I'm here having fun with you guys and joking, but I seriously want to tell you guys, you get the book. Don't just take this credit card, walk in front of the bank, do not cash the money, and walk away and say, well, I have this book, you know, I know about this 6 core element. Why don't just make 2 more steps into the bank, cash the money out? And that is your lineage money. That's your school's money. That's not my money. So this is like the Wing Chun Ancestors credit card. I give you guys, take it. Go to the bank and cash it. Right? So again, back to this. So why is you want to do, we talk about the aware, open, link, and light, right? Mm-hmm. So what is the good to do within your chi sao? While the chi sao, you do this, right? Right? Guess what? If you just do this, you have only this dimension. Usually you do this dimension only because this is remain locked. Now you have a 360-degree handling. Over here, you have only about 145 degree, 130 degree handling, 1/3 of it, because you just have that. Now you have another 2/3 of it. Same thing. It's just for you to optimize or use your arm properly, you have another 2/3 of power opened up for you. So I'm not here to step down on everyone. We don't have time to step on other people. Wing Chuners, we really don't have time to step at each other. It's time for everybody to put back on all this. This is your credit card, go take your money. You're a millionaire, you're not a beggar, you're not a homeless, take it, okay? Buy your car, buy your armor. All of the Xiulin Tao thing is there. If you understand this, you have going through this, you go to Xiulin Tao, you know you can change it right away and you fix it. And then you even tailor for your own self. That is the training of Xiulin Tao. Think about this way. Sometimes people misunderstood the Chinese culture. Chinese culture is supposed to be smooth like a water, right? Wrong. Chinese culture say that there is time for unifications and there's time for opposition. Or whatever you do wrong is your opposition to make you fly. You can do all this thing wrong. You got this, whatever in here. When you dissolve every one of this, like just now, we just dissolve it in this talk. From here, you make this hand alive. Well, we start with doing something wrong. And then we say we're not aware of it. We are not open. We are not linking. And once you go linking, well, isn't it alive? Now, is this the opposition? No, it's not opposition. It's just a wind to let you fly. It's the wind under your wing. But if you took it like, My grandmaster do it this way. You are wrong. Well, sorry, you never fly. Because I have a lot of grandmaster which I study purposely teach me wrong. Why? He's testing me. Like Zen Pratyek Xuan Hua, he never smooth with me. He just put me jump through hoops and loops and fire and everything. Because if you don't have opposition, you cannot learn. It's not like, oh, I have a Sifu who is the Zen patriarch. I pray to him because he is the middleman of the Buddha, so that I can have everything I want, smooth. Everything is very nice, is good. No. In fact, he's putting a lot of roadblocks in front of me. And sometimes I say, hey man, how come I get all those screw up things? You know, Sifu, why is Sifu do this to me? Why other people have this Mercedes-Benz, become a founder of a company? Why the hell I do all the right thing, but I always come up screw up? Well, after a while, you turn around, you look at that. Oh, without this, I cannot learn. So in the Surangama, it said that smooth or smooth or blockage, forward or reverse, is just a means for one to learn. It is not that reverse or forward or blockage or smooth. It is, what do you learn? Because only after you learn, it is yours. Or else you're following me. I said, oh, in 1850s Wing Chun, you have to do it this way. Why? You have to be open, you have to link, you have to be lightweight. And then you say, okay, I buy your thing. I follow you. You do it 10 years. Do you know really what is open, what is link? You don't. You're just doing what I'm doing. Right?
That is the way that they've been teaching people for a very long time, right, Hendrik? Like imitating people, right?
So I reveal this to you is not to step on anybody in Wing Chun, but to tell you that the ancestor, the Chinese man, they use everything to educate you. But if you do not clear on your mind, you do not know the rule of the game they play, you're dead. Does it matter that if I do this, or does it matter I do this? I can sometimes do this too. Well, you do that, even I do this, I know what I'm doing. I do this, I know what I'm doing. The key is not doing this or doing this. The key is, do I know what the heck I'm doing? So this is Chinese culture. Yin and yang is not only turning one way, there's an opposition too. Contradictions. Now, you might never heard about this, right? About the contradiction, right? It's like, oh yeah, like I say, right? My teacher is the middleman of Buddha because he is the Zen patriarch. And since I have the teacher like that, I must be, man, everything smooth as I wish. It turns out that, man, how come I become homeless, okay? Because what is really important is what you really learn, what you have. So this is just a book. You buy it, you put in a library, you collect dust, you use a reference. It's just a wasting of money. It's like credit card. You go to in front of the bank, you don't cash the card, you just check in the ATM. Yes, it's a credit card. You go home. What's the point? So with all this whining, hope that you get what I'm presenting. Am I presenting something really, how to say that, different than what, almost like a hippie kind of thinking, or it's
No.
not, it's like non-Chinese at all. It's like, it can be everything.
No, it's clear. It's clear and concise. How to use the book, how to study with it, what we should be doing with it.
After that, after you really get that, create your Xiu Lim Tao. I mean, everything is up for improvement. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So remember a few videos ago, I'm talking about the Chinese is a live thing. It's not that. Yeah, this is the live part.
Yeah.
You want to create hundreds of Wing Chun grandmaster? Go ahead. If you have the capability to handle the thing proficiently and be able to create, sky is the limit. But too bad, for past 130 years, the entire Chinese cultural climax have changed. And we are victims of victims. And so we cannot blame other people. No, they are victims too. The issue is that like in this video in Asia, you cannot talk this way. Because everybody was sick. You need to 尊師重道, respect your teacher, and you really follow the Tao. What is respect the teacher? Follow the Tao? Shut up, don't ask questions. Just follow whatever your Sifu say, do. Sifu do this, you do this. Sifu do this, you do this. That's called 尊師重道. Respect your teacher and then follow the Tao. So that's completely opposite from what the Chinese teaching. Chinese is teaching that what the teacher teach you, you think twice, 3 times. The teacher always give you opposition. It's like you watch in the Jackie Chan Kung Fu movie, right? Give you opposition. You use your hard work and wisdom to break that. That is how the Chinese teaching is. That's why in the Ming Dynasty, you get people like Qi Ji Guang, you get so many smart people. So that's how it is. Okay. So 613.3 is not owned by Hendrik. I'm lucky that I have the engineering training from United States of America. So make me be able to compose the entire thing. And we have to give credit to America. Without this kind of education, I cannot do it. Okay? So we're talking about programming and AI. Yes, I'm not kidding. Okay? Now, but this thing is the Wing Chun ancestors. And where's the Wing Chun ancestor got this thing? Chinese culture. So none of it is mine. You can say that I read the book. That's all. So there's no issue of what lineage you are in. And also stop to be expert by translating language. So as what I say, right? Very simple. It's just a folk sao. Do it this way. Why? Do it this way. Why? How many degree freedom you can handle? This is talk about robotics. How many degree of freedom you can control, you can handle? You need to have a 360 degree of freedom. How many degree of freedom?
No, Lord.
So there's a pattern there. There is a pattern, there's signature there. Now, like your breathing, you have the 360 degree breathing. Like your techniques. You know that if you have only 130 degree, you have another 260 degree that edge there, blind spot. So this is what I want to share with everybody. Open up, go fly as far as you can. I'm just a stepping stone the most. But you cannot lock your mind in, like the Tang Hao say, the boxer labyrinth thing. You know, follow the teacher, and then the teacher will give you this mantra, and then the bullet cannot penetrate you. And then everybody going this way. Oh, this is my teacher, my teacher, my teacher. How dare you say this is not right? Blah blah blah. You turn that into the boxer labyrinth. You screw the entire thing up. And now, am I blaming anybody? I don't. I just tell you that most of us do not have the opportunity to study with the history and the older generations of teachers. So it's the story, like just now, example I share with you, right? I'm a student from Venerable Xianhua, the Zen patriarch. So I'm another expert, right? By the normal logic, right? You have to respect me, or maybe you have to call me Your Holiness Hendrik or something like that, okay? But no, okay, I'm like homeless, okay? Because that's how my Sifu said. I'm an ant. Grandmaster, the Venerable Xianhua said, when people step on ants, you know the ants, the little bug ant, he said, I'm an ant. You better be careful. That's life too, okay? So that's how he teaches. So that's, you know, we scold all day long and all this kind of thing. And so this is the truth of how experience, knowledge is passed down. And I put in the video today. Now you know everything is not completely smooth. You need persistence, you need oppositions so that you can take off. And it is not about you are wrong, I am right. I'm the grandmaster, you are not. Your grandmaster don't know what I know. Got nothing to do with that. What to do with it is that now you know what it is. Why is this? What thing you activate? How many degree of freedom? How many degree of freedom? How many degree of breathing? All this thing, that is what means for you. It's education, right?
Yep.
So, well, enough whining. And if you have this book, go catch it. Don't just sit down there. And don't buy this book. Do not buy it. Go to Amazon, and read the sample and everything, and make sure you really, really, really want it if you want to buy it. You buy it, you don't do anything with it, collecting dust, you're wasting your money, and I don't want you to buy it. What's the point? So this is for you guys today, and thanks Nim Jo, as a sample. So now you see what I'm talking about. Hopefully that people can relate. We can relate to each other.
Yeah.
And yes, it is a 12 hours experience. Don't make it 12 years. Don't make it 1 year and 2 months. 3 months, you can learn that. Okay. So there are many friends in other martial arts using this for their recovery, for their training, like people in MMA. Right? Nim Jo, you know 1, 2, right? So let's not drop them, but there are many people have using it. And this is not me. This is Wing Chun. This is our, how to say that? The value of Wing Chun. Of course, we need to learn from somebody, some other martial arts where the place we are not expert in that. But we have something valuable which we can offer to other people. That is important, right?
Yeah.
So this is for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Henrik.